Yes people, what is good? I am BA, back once again with another reaction to Deadwood. This is episode 5 of season 1 and it is called The Trial of Jack McCall. The trial? The fucking trial? The trial, yeah? I take it Jack McCall's the guy that shot Wild Bill. Why the fuck is he getting a trial? There should be no trial. It is a lawless place. Let Jane shoot him in his fucking head. End of trial. That trial should be 10 seconds long. You are Jack McCall, yes? Yes. Shoot this little shit and fucking put his body out where the pigs can eat it. End of trial. I hope that's an ironic title and he just gets like stomped down in the street and shot several times in the back of his head by Jane. Otherwise, I will be thoroughly infuriated that in a completely lawless town, this shit kicker of all people actually gets a trial. Name of the episode rant aside, last episode of course, Wild Bill was shot dead. I'm assuming by that guy Jack McCall. I think it must be that guy. I didn't know his name, but this one's called The Trial of Jack McCall, so I'm assuming that's him. Completely out of nowhere. Obviously, I knew that in real life Wild Bill died at a poker table, so every time he was at a poker table I was anxious awaiting it, but I didn't know if it was going to be 1 episode's time or 2 seasons time. So they'd started to lull me into a false sense of security about it, only for that little cunt to walk up and shoot him in the back of the head. Something told me the last episode was Bill's last as well. The way he said so long to Jane before he left the room, and looking back there was even more signs that I didn't notice. You know, it was the first time we'd seen him correspond with his wife. He handed over looking into the death of the widow's husband to Seth and shit instead of doing it himself. There was a lot of sort of little clues in that episode that he was actually destined for death soon. I still can't believe it happened. He's one of my favourite characters in Deadwood and it is a void that they will not be able to replace. That being said, I am looking forward to seeing where the story goes from here. So this is episode 5, The Trial of Jack McCall. Fuck you, Jack. Let's check it out and see what it's saying to it. I didn't even have time in the intro to talk about all the other craziness going on. Obviously there's the dying man in the new saloon. And the main thing is the widow wanting that death investigated toward Al. Al seemed pretty stressed about it last episode. He seems shook of the Pinkerton agency. I don't know who these guys are, but they mean business, clearly. Side note, this show really makes me want to start playing Red Dead Redemption 2 again. It's so great when there's a video game that can just immerse you into the world you're so interested in. When I watch Game of Thrones, I go play Skyrim, and it's great because it's like you're instantly in Westeros. When I watch this, I want to play Red Dead Redemption 2, and I could instantly be in Deadwood. Oh, keep the flies off his face. Let the man be dead with some dignity. Shows you how much of a G he was. Like, some people in that queue will be there to pay respects, others will be there to be like, holy shit, the legend Wild Bill is dead, but they all know who the fuck he was and they're all in that queue.
Those admitted to the bar may join the line of candidates for officers of the court.
This is the most janky shit ever. Why are they making this guy go through legal proceedings? This is Deadwood. Cut his dick off, feed him to wolves, and be done with it.
What's become of the woman who was Mr. Hickok's friend?
Probably drunk over his murder.
It's a very good guess.
I don't see your medicine.
No, I broke the bottle.
Hey, I'm liking the fact that she's like, fuck this, I don't want drugs. Don't try and sedate my emotions towards this situation. She likes drugs when everything's fine. She doesn't like them when shit has gone down. I respect that.
Mr. Hickok arranged with Mr. Bullock to look after my affairs here.
That's good. That'll free up to leave.
The doctor's trying to give her that advice as well. He knows that if she stays here, she's in danger.
Man has a powerful temper.
And hardware cocksucker's been an ongoing pain in my balls since some of his partners showed up.
It's the first time I've seen Al and this guy actually have like a private powwow about the situations in the town.
I'm happy to have it at my joint, but being your senior in the community, it seems somehow out of place.
I love this guy. He's just as manipulative as Al. If he wanted it in his saloon, he would have wrangled it. He doesn't want it in his saloon.
We start holding trials. What's to keep the United States fucking Congress from saying, oh, excuse us, we didn't realize you were a fucking sovereign community and nation out there.
Yeah, you know what? I see Al's point. I completely agree. Just shoot this dude in the fucking head and throw him into the ravine next to the other poor bodies that they've got down there.
If we're gonna have the fucking thing, Might as well have it in my joint, huh?
I think this trial is a bad idea. Out of everyone, this guy does not deserve it. He just does not deserve it. It's an open and closed case, and he deserves to be shot in his fucking head just like he did Bill.
Could just hit him over the head, rob him, and throw their bodies in the creek.
But that would be wrong.
That was a bit telling of what he'd already done to that other guy there.
You ought to go ahead and get that done so she can go ahead and leave camp.
Anything else on your schedule I'm behind on?
You can tell he really is worrying for her safety, and I'm not surprised because it must be on Al's agenda to get this woman killed now.
How much money would loosen his grip?
More likely Al would bridle at breaking his routine. He likes to berate the Gimp mornings.
That is fucked up. He does as well. The only time I've seen him interact with that poor woman with the bum leg was literally cussing her out for dragging it along the floor. What is she supposed to do? Her leg is not working correctly.
Mr. Bullock has authority to act in my behalf on all matters relating to the claim.
I see.
This is good. Seth isn't going to take any shit off Farnham. I think maybe that's a little love interest for Seth. She seems to like him. And she is just recently single. Don't know if she's ready to mingle.
Can someone else do it, Mr. Tolliver?
Sure they can. Shall I get someone else to take it?
That was the most threatening way of saying you're fucking doing it, while not saying any of those words I have ever seen.
His chances will improve outdoors, the bracing air.
He's smart as well. I wouldn't want this guy with leprosy or whatever the fuck he has in my establishment neither. He could spread it to everyone, and then that would be this new saloon in deep shit.
Clean somewhere where I can't see you.
Oh my god, fuck off. That's like the worst part of this show, watching him be nasty to that woman. That's not the worst part, but it's one of the worst parts for me.
She's asked me to find her some help. I suggested the Gimp.
No.
What do you mean no? You don't even like this woman. Let her go to somewhere where she'll be treated with respect.
She could bring the widow a good-sized ball of dope.
Yes.
Well thought through, he'd be.
Look at them, just trying to get her back on her fucking drugs so that she's passive towards all this other shit. I hope this plan doesn't work.
Oops.
Lucky Al didn't kill you just for that, mate.
Mr. Nuttall commissioned the coffin but wishes not to participate further. Now, I need guidance in certain matters, but I don't know who stands for him.
You know why I like this priest? Because he seems like one of the few actual trustworthy people in this entire town.
That is a good choice, Reverend.
That's Seth's way of saying use whatever passage you want, just fuck off. He looks like a man on a mission. Where's he going now?
I know you.
I know you too.
I guess after bum rushing me out of your fine fucking hardware establishment, you didn't see this coming, did you?
What a fucking little cunt. I hate this guy.
That's what you're crying for. You love Hickok so much. Oh, you sweetheart.
Oh, shut the fuck up, mate. I hope Seth just strangles you to death while you're tied to this chair. I don't give a fuck. It's what you deserve.
Everyone in there saw me shoot him.
If you'll let me set our strategy, I don't think we'll dispute what people saw.
Please don't tell me this lawyer will actually be able to get this little fuck off with this murder.
Vengeance for the death of a family member, possibly a brother in Abilene.
Please tell me this does not work. Oh, lawyers have always been cunts. No offense to any lawyers out there. Not all of you are cunts, but lawyers like that guy have always been cunts. A brother in Abilene. I bet he's a right little bitch as well.
Jesus!
Oh my god, this guy is on death's door.
Look, this is not my fucking fault. It's not my fault.
You know what, it's harsh, but back in those days, that was the smart move to do, because this is like when an ant gets infected with the cordyceps fungus. Watch this video if you haven't. The ant colony can tell, and one of the soldier ants actually picks it up and takes it out of the colony and throws it away because it knows it's going to infect the rest of the colony. Even insects know to do this shit.
Am I on jury duty?
Put on a decent enough dress to help a widow with a kid.
Oh no, they're getting Trixie on the inside. She has shown that deep down she fucking doesn't like Al too much, so I hope she snakes them all.
Widow's a dope fiend. She's been drinking it.
Oh no, I really hope she gets wise to this and doesn't take it. She's shown great resolve so far, but if it's waved in her face, she might in a weak moment take it.
If you want to remedy the epidemic that you have no reason to believe will break out, I would send somebody there right away.
Yeah, 100%. If there's any chance this guy has infected the woman that was being next to him, or the man who's transported him out of town, there's a few people that were in close proximity of him. They better get this antidote. Smartest advice that doc has given this entire series.
You ever had Nebraska pussy?
Not to my knowledge, Mr. Tolliver.
Is this his way of getting him out to go get the medicine?
Man wets his end in Nebraska pussy, his life is changed forever.
Speaking only for myself, I still mark the anniversary.
These guys know how to sell a deal.
Did you hear me announce the other night that I'd pay a $50 bounty for every fucking Indian head?
That's right next to you, Al.
That's the first head.
I can't believe he even announced that. He knew it was the road agents, and he's getting innocent Native Americans killed just to cover his tracks. What a fucking piece of shit. I call so many people in this show a piece of shit. I apologise. I have bad language anyway, I'm aware of that. If you want some PG reactor, go to their channel. I just talk how I talk. I'm Scottish, I was raised around people who talk like that. That's how we communicate. It's not a sign of low intelligence, it's a sign of passion.
There's gold on the woman's claim. You might as well have shouted it from the rooftops.
His outer monologue is accurate.
I'll throw Farnham a token fee. Why should I reward EB?
God, I've got to say, this guy is actually as bad if not worse than Al. At least Al has a bit of balls while being a schemer. This guy is the most cowardly in the show and also just as big a schemer.
Not to mention ordering a man killed in one of EB's rooms.
You might want to keep these thoughts inside your head. It does help us, the audience, but it does not help you, the character. You never know who's listening in this show.
God damn that motherfucker.
He's definitely getting some bad blood towards Al, though. He could end up snaking Al very badly before the end of this show. But if he does, Al will kill him.
We'll be here till fucking Christmas.
Yeah, hurry the fuck up. I'm with Al.
Jack McCall shooting Wild Bill Hickok was murder.
100% was murder. I do not even want to hear the defense attorneys claim that it was some sort of vengeance for some made up brother. Such bullshit. And also, you can't just say that. Surely they would have to prove that he did have a brother who died. Otherwise, anyone can just make up anything.
Already admitted he killed Hickok.
Well, years to come when I'm giving talks and the like.
And technically, if revenge killing is allowed, even if he wins this trial, Jane can just shoot him in the face, and that's revenge for Bill. So it's all even. I'll take that if Jane gets to kill him.
Is you pretty?
Oh, don't trust this woman.
Mr. Farnham said you had some sort of physical liability?
I'm not her.
Will that make the widow suspicious? She has shown she is quite savvy so far. She must be already thinking, why send a different woman?
You want a blowjob while I talk to you? No. I wasn't offering it personally.
I would hope not, Al. You have referred to yourself as a cocksucker though, so all bets are off.
I saw the Vipers in the Big Nest in Washington. They were taking us in the camp for acting like we could set our own laws up, our organizations.
So Al's game plan here is to make sure that the people in Washington don't move in and try and install law in Deadwood. Because he would surely be fucked if that happened.
I want to get back to the trial.
Go ahead.
Wonder if that judge bought what Al was selling there.
Hang him here, they'll be opening a can of worms. Guess it's all a can of worms.
Where has Jane gone as well? We haven't seen her this whole episode. She must be really drunk.
That one there in the middle?
No, the curly hair.
Yeah. Told me the other night how bad Hickok needed killing.
Oh, so he's one of the jury. Nah. And why does Al want this guy to get off innocent? Why would that cause the Vipers in Washington to come into the town? He murdered them in cold blood. Surely it is just to try him as such.
The jury will now retire to the whores' rooms and begin their deliberations.
The jury have never enjoyed deliberating more.
Open the bar. Get the girls fucking.
I'm so confused as to his motives in this episode. Why does he want the bar open and the whores back working before they've even deliberated and came to a verdict? Oh no, Jane, don't touch this guy. Ah, shit.
You want a drink of whiskey?
Oh no!
Open your yap.
Please don't touch this guy, Jane. I don't want to see Jane die of some horrible disease. Oh, this is so stressful.
I apologize.
Put him out of his misery from 10 feet away and leave this guy alone, Jane.
All right, mister? I'm coming back with some more.
Oh, she's such a sweetheart. She's going to try help this guy and probably get infected herself.
First, I was afraid I was gonna die. And then one day I woke up. Free.
Yes, is Trixie actually being a double agent here and advising her not to take it? I'd love Trixie if she did that. I mean, Al will fucking kill her, but I'll love her until she's killed.
What did you send him to get?
I haven't said yet, Eddie. You think Askin's gonna make me?
He's keeping this disease on the real low down. I don't know why. Heightened awareness will only make everybody prepared, but obviously he's more worried about his business than people finding out.
She liked Andy.
I did too.
I'm not criticising this guy for that decision. The dude was absolutely riddled with some shit that is highly infectious. You have to get him the fuck out of there. I hope they are not burying him with his pistols. I want to see Jane get Bill's guns.
A couple years ago, I took powders, brownish like, put them in my tea.
So, is she planning on spiking her tea, or is she genuinely here to get her something to help her? I will be absolutely gobsmacked if Jack gets off with this charge. I hope he gets off with it, and then at the end of the episode he gets shot in his head anyway.
Innocent?
Thank you. The defendant is free.
I can't believe that shit. How do you get off with just shooting Bill in the back of the head like that? He's got such a shit-eating grin as well. Please someone just wipe it off his face.
And don't know the purpose now. But know now to testify that, not knowing, I believe.
This guy is so happy within his religion.
And whether one member suffer, all the members suffer with it.
These words don't seem to be bringing Seth any peace of mind. Was that Jane? I hope she didn't touch that infected guy. Rest in peace to Wild Bill. What a great character. Only 4 episodes and I feel so bad he's gone. Oh, go and kill this guy, Seth. Justice is for that guy to get shot in his head. 100%. Oh my god, he's so crazy.
What you feel now may be your part.
Can't say I know what you're talking about, Reverend.
I would not impose. It's been given me to ask.
Okay then.
I second Seth on that. You keep talking whatever makes you happy, but I have no understanding of it.
Can we finish the goddamn walk in quiet?
I appreciated him blaspheming to the preacher's face there. Sometimes you need to get told.
And let us toast together the possibility that our trials be held in this camp.
That's his way of saying if you ever need to get away with murder, do it in Deadwood.
There's a horse for you outside you want to get on before somebody murders you. Who gives a fuck about right and wrong? Or I do.
100%. He should leave right now.
Run for your fucking life.
That is wise words from Al. I want to see this guy die, but, you know, he's giving him good advice.
An agitation brings a slight bump up in whiskey sales, but sale of cunt plummets.
He's all about his bottom line, isn't he? He's just thinking about what is most profitable. Even though this guy's riding out of town right now, I don't fancy his chances. If Jane spots him or Seth spots him, he may be in deep shit still.
There you are. Choking and coughing just like the rest of us.
Oh, this is so tense.
I had her for a while, but I ain't the type she should be with long term. Fucking drunk and so forth.
It's a very responsible route to take considering your disposition.
And I went to where they were singing. And I saw them as they laid my poor fucking pillow.
Oh man, I feel so bad for Jane. Please don't get yourself infected on top of everything else, Jane.
Now there's a bird I ain't never seen before. Shall I talk about it to you?
Her kindness is definitely her weakness, what's left of it. But it's so good she's maintained her humanity after what she's clearly been through in her life, but I just don't want to see it lead to her demise. What the fuck? Is he having a fit? What is going on with him?
How the fuck do I know if he was pale or not? He looked pale to me. What if he was?
I look pale to everyone. I've yet to fall to the floor fitting about it.
I'm not supposed to do anything. Let's agree to that. Not one fucking thing that I don't decide I'm gonna. Alright, Saul?
Oh man, Seth is so edgy because that guy got let off for the murder. I don't blame him.
I'll write to Martha and see it posted. You look out after that widow. Alright, Seth.
Nice. I hope Seth goes to kill this fucking guy. He struck up such a good friendship with Bill. It was brief, but they literally were the only people that seemed to have one another's back in camp. Aside from obviously Saul for Seth and Jane and the other guy for Bill. But they had their backs against the wall to the rest of this fucking town for sure. Leave him alone, Jane. This is so tense. And I'm still unsure of Trixie's intentions, but I really hope she's doing this to help this woman. So Seth is going to kill this guy. I hope he catches him. I really hope he kills him. Okay, and that was episode 5 of Deadwood, The Trial of Jack McCall, and I will be back in just a minute with my thoughts on that. So, The Trial of Jack McCall, what did I think of that? What a frustrating episode for several storylines in this. First of all, of course, Jack McCall himself got away with the murder of Wild Bill, which was so frustrating to see. The other thing which was frustrating to watch was Jane be nice to the poorly man. Obviously, her humanity was endearing to watch, as always, but the fact she was in such close proximity with such a highly contagious individual, it just had me screaming in my head the entire time, no! I do not want to see Calamity Jane get infected with whatever this guy has, especially if this dude doesn't get back from Nebraska in time with the antidote to it. Oh my god. On top of that, Seth's riding out to kill Jack, and if he kills him, there's no bloodline revenge going on. He's just doing it on behalf of his friend Bill, and I don't think that'll be enough to get him away with murder. So either he does it stealthy and no one finds out it was him, or he does it and he himself gets tried for murder and is found guilty. So many storylines in this episode were just bringing the tension. I still feel my body tensed up from watching it. I don't want to see Seth get tried for murder. I don't want to see this poorly guy infect other people and cause a giant pandemic of the town, and I did not want to see Jack get away with a murder. I'm shocked there was even a trial to begin with. Someone should have just put a bullet in his head and be done with it. But the one good thing is, I believe Trixie is actually trying to help this woman get off the dope rather than do what I wanted her to and push it on her again. I really hope that's what I was watching. I might be completely wrong, but if that is what Trixie is doing, oh, she's such a legend and I love her. It won't end well for her if Al finds out she is helping the widow keep off it, but in the meantime, she is an absolute G for doing that. It was also interesting to see Al and the other saloon owner actually have private conversations like they were somewhat in cahoots for once, because obviously they are essentially two rams butting heads in this town, so for them to find some common ground to converse on was just strange to see. I would say long may it continue, but I want to see that other guy put Al out of business if I'm being honest. Fuck Al. He is the worst guy in this entire show, and I hope his saloon fails miserably now that there is a new one across the street. The writing of this episode was absolutely brilliant. It built tension throughout the entire thing. The acting was incredible as always, and I just absolutely loved this show. I already absolutely love several of these characters, and I just hope that they don't kill off any more of my favourites too soon. Jane being a prime example. She's my number one favourite character in this entire show, so I want her to only go and tend to the poorly man wearing a hazmat suit in future, okay? I don't want to see her with any boils on her face lying in bed dying. That would be horrific. Please don't make me endure that, Deadwood. And as always, it really makes me want to watch the next episode now, because will Seth catch up to Jack on the road and kill him? What is going to happen there? Will Jane have been infected? So many storylines are going on that I need to know the resolutions to, and alas, I have to wait another week to see what happens next. So brutal being a reactor sometimes. This is something I would be binging if I wasn't watching it for this channel. so please feel my pain as I wait 7 days in between these tense as fuck episodes. And Al, always with his ulterior motives, even when a trial was going on for a cold-blooded murderer, he was more worried about Washington raising an eyebrow to how they handled the law in their town and making sure that his profit margins were still good. Absolutely pathetic way to live your life, but of course that is who Al is and we know his character by now. And I also kind of feel bad for Saul. Like, if Seth does go and kill this guy, Saul will just be left to run the hardware store by himself and Seth will get tried for murder. Seth is one of the main characters. Surely they can't put him out in the cold storyline wise this early either. So hopefully he either kills Jack and gets away with it, or decides not to kill Jack. Maybe Jack will die by some other means. I definitely want to see Jack die, don't get it twisted, and it would be great to see it at Seth's hands, but only if he doesn't get found out about it and go on trial himself because of it. We've just lost Wild Bill, don't make me lose Seth or Jane is what I'm pleading at the end of this episode basically. But yeah, this show continues to surpass my expectations of it. It is incredible. And as always, I cannot wait to watch next week's episode. If you've liked this video, click like, subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, ring the bell to be notified as to when they drop. If there's anything you want to talk about, comment down below and share this around to anyone you think might appreciate it or want to watch these reactions along with us. My Patreon link is down in the description. If you become a patron, you get access to my blog, you get access to these reactions I put on YouTube a month and a half in advance, and you also get access to full-length versions of everything I react to. So consider becoming a patron, it helps me and my channel out so much, and until next time, I have been BA, peace.